Hello. Silence is happening. Good day, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Thank you so much for sharing with me and supporting me and coming here and watching my videos. It's for us I share. It's for us I share the truth, my truth. And I appreciate so much all the people who share their truths with me. It's a more beautiful world. It's a gorgeous world with many of you walking with me and holding each other's hands and letting go of pain, or just letting go of what was once was. And we're like being the one that wins ourselves back. And you know, the journey, what I've realized is this journey that is about self-actualization or self-appreciation, or, you know, winning yourself back. And it's like, it's kind of, it's very interesting as you observe yourself. It's just interesting to find that what you thought you lost, this is my perspective, I never lost it, because it's always constant and it's clear. And I can see that clearly. I can see that clearly. And what I do know is, like, I ask myself, these forces that come within my mind are very strong sometimes, and they can persuade me to follow them. You know, the forces, the thoughts, the emotions, the kind of thing. And if you call it detachment, I wouldn't call it, I'm aware, I'm not detached from them because they're happening. I just observe them, and I'm seeing the power in letting these forces come, you know what I mean? So they teach me about this body and this mind and this existence. And I'm discovering new things all the time. But the one thing I do steadfast to is I'm vigilant. I do not give up the seer. It's how I conquer the forces of conditional mind. And that's, you know, like, that's a really beautiful day to recognize that you are not what you think you are. In my perspective, that's, sorry, it cut off. So where I was like, you know, hey sweetie, the little girl is here. When you surrender to, just surrender to your thought patterns that lead you down to some kind of upset, or I don't know, some upset because you find yourself with more stress or anxiety or all these things. That's what happened to me until I started to look at how everything was kind of working. Well, actually, I mean, reading and just gathering knowledge in a way to become more wise about my existence. And anyway, what I've realized is that when you stay steadfast to the seer, being the seer of your experiences, events, you realize that things change all the time, and that seer is always constant. It's always constant in yourself. This never goes out. Nothing can put it out. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. And what happens is that as you're really with that divine part of you, that source, and with your God, with your whatever you want to call it, whatever label you want to give it, the universe, your higher self, your, I don't know, love even. These forces that come, they come really fast. Or they can come and they can really convince you that you're doing everything wrong. And I don't fight them, you know. I remain in my heart and the truth of my heart. Like the truth, like I know my truth, knowing my truth, and I live my truth. And that comes with a lot of forces against, because your mind you've had your mind for a very long time. It depends, I don't know how old you are, whatever, it doesn't matter. Age is a number, and so time is, all you have is the now. So now is the time, you know what I mean? For me, now is the time to get real. And every day that's there, everything that's there, I have that choice, that's there, it's the source. And I can feel, you know, this is where I stay. That's why I'm steadfast in the pointing towards this. And recognizing the forces that are coming within me. So I win myself back, you know what I mean? That's what I mean by that was never lost, basically, if that makes any sense to anybody. Oops. We have a visitor. Oh, you're... Oh. I love her so much. She just does what she wants. That's what I do. Just do what I want. You know, instead of putting swords and guns and machetes and bullets in our hands because we feel our anger, or we feel frustration and anger with the world and what we, you know, that we live in a very irrational world. From my seer perspective, it's a very irrational world, not a very loving world. On one level, as we perceive it, especially what we see every day in the news and all of that stuff. If you follow it, that's why I don't follow it, because it's that negative. And I concentrate more on the love, and I'm steadfast with this thing. It is not these weapons we put in. It is an observation. You know, these kind of the need for fighting it. We allow it in our minds. So you remain with that source. She says, you want attention? You remain with that source. And that source is the that never goes out. And it's really, really, really simple. But yet your mind is very complex. I can be very, very overwhelmed with the feelings, as I said before, the assumptions that I make that the world hates me. This is conditional within my mind, so I can assure myself that I'm making a lot of things up, and I'm assuming, and I'm relating to that. So I remain with my God, with my source. I remain here, steadfast, vigilant, being vigilant, and not allowing it to take me over. And everything has changed. Like, everything has changed in my choices in my life. I don't know, like I came here, I got here, and I'm living it. And everything on the outside that I was looking for or trying to achieve and all that has changed. And it's such a beautiful thing. Like, you know, like, I want to share, and I do all these things. But first I surrender to like this divine, like, source. And I'm not talking about a religion in that sense. I'm not a religious person, but I believe in a God and a source, and I just know that that is there, and it never left me. And, you know, and however, whatever denomination you have, or religious views or everything, all of that is, you know, is a guidance system that helps, can help, you know. It certainly controls the masses. But how do we exist in our daily lives and just be with our, what do we, you know, when I woke up to the fact that I was a slave to a reality, a circumstantial things, I got really, like, exhausted. So I stay, like, steadfast to this astonishing power that is inside of me that never left me. And it's abundant. There's so much. It's eternal, it's true, it's full of life, full of love, it's complete. So I don't need the negative. The negative has taught me, I guess, the contrast. And now I know what I want, what I don't want. And that's just alarming to the mind and the forces of the mind that will try to just tell you that I'm shit, and tell me that I'm shit, and tell, like, that I should get realistic, and that I should, you know, follow because I've been conditioned to do that. And the day of salvation is like, I surrender to my completeness. And that sounds really, really profound, and it is true for me. And that's why I share. I cannot not share it, because it's really liberating for me. And it's beautiful, and it's beyond any kind of thing I can say. And I can't do that with my work, but I can, every person I come into contact with is beautiful. And I see that. I just see that, and it's very, very with every being, you know what I mean? Everything is allowed. Angry people, I can see them, they're like, oh, or like, I don't want to, you know, and pushing and shoving and needing and ego and all of those things, they're allowed, like, because I see the play. It's kind of funny. And then you don't, you know, I stay steadfast. I'm not interested in chit chat. I'm not interested in gossiping about others. I'm not interested in really people's opinions and like, you should do this or you should do that. I stay steadfast with that, and that's really an amazing day for me. And yeah, it's every day's a new day. Every day is a possibility to be grateful for. Each moment that we have, and the choices and the free will that I believe we have. Free will has just gotten screwed up along the way, and you don't really realize that you have it. So be happy, you know, be free. We can do that. So yeah, it's what I came here to do. Like, it's what I came here to do, and I can't deny that. Because when I deny it, those forces come back and try to tell me that I'm ridiculous or stupid or weird or all those kind of things. And I share that with you because it definitely happens, and it's really strong. And it really, really, really is strong. And I know that because I'm living that at the moment, like I say. And not for a pat on my back, but a kind of just an awareness that brought me to this space and time with myself. And it's ever so sweet. It's so beautiful to share that, and just to know that. I don't know. Life, the waves of life are just so interesting as you observe them. Wow, it's like... So, yeah. The beauty of... Come here, darling. The beauty of... Look at her. Oh, no. Oh, whoa. See what I mean? Just responds. It's all good. She attacked for a second. So, stay with yourself. Be with yourself. Choose less anxiety and choose more love and acceptance, and don't be afraid to share that, and don't be afraid, because it's gonna feel really uncomfortable, and when you're yourself it feels really uncomfortable because there's nobody like you, and that's what's really, really beautiful to recognize. And I don't know, I can't get enough of it, and I own all of it. So life is beautiful. Depends on the seer, I guess. Thank you for watching me, and have a gorgeous day. Have fun. Go about. Be freaky. Be loving. Be vivacious. Be risky. Be everything you think you are not. The world needs more of that. So, hashtag pride. Hashtag pride, and the good pride. Hashtag love thyself. Love yourself. Thank you for watching me. I love you so much. See you when I see you. Bye.